Hey you guys, this is Redoplox Fix, bringing you another self-review of 1k shit tier. Um, so hopefully you guys can kind of get some insight into
Necrophos.
how these 1k shit stains think. So I actually ended up stomping this game. So someone made a really great suggestion on Reddit that I should review my losses. But honestly, like I've been doing really well. Like the past 10 games, I've won like 8 or 9 out of 10. And like pretty easily, pretty dominating wins. So I think I'm really, maybe I'm closer to 2K than I thought. But right now I'm still about 1.3, maybe just broke 1.4. Um, but anyway, let's just go through the game and the picks. So my favorite carry is Antimage, which you might know already. And so I feel like Anti-Mage is really good against both Necro and Sniper, and also it's a good block pick because Necro counters Invoker. They brought out the Storm Spirit, so again, it's making it better for my Anti-Mage pick.
Bounty hunter.
Bounty Hunter, I think, is strong against Anti-Mage, so I was a little bit scared. But I pick
Anti-mage.
Anti-Mage anyway, because basically I counter 3 of them, and only one of them counters me. And I think they go with Quap at this point, which is like doesn't make any sense. I think because they already have the Storm, so Storm and Quap I feel like offer very similar things to both teams. So let me let me slow this down a little bit. See, I go for my items. One of the things I wish I did, remembering this game already, is I wish that I had used that branch in order to double the power of my tango. So I keep forgetting to do that, but um, again, it's not a huge deal. Definitely something I should do, but like, I actually see Banana Slime Jamma forgets to do that a lot too. So maybe I'm getting the bad habit from watching him. But yeah, definitely remember that. But otherwise, I think my items are fine. Again, I have no idea what kind of lane I'm going to be against. They have basically 4 common pub mid heroes, and let's see what happens. So here, like, I don't know what to do, to be honest. Um, I don't even look at the fight, which is bad. And so my screen positioning is really bad, but that's because I don't feel comfortable letting my hero off the screen. So I know that's something that I've seen a lot of other high-level coaching videos. They're like, oh, you don't need to be looking at your hero because you kind of know where your hero is going. So that's definitely something I want to practice. So but that's okay. Nothing huge happens at the room. I guess the game's still pretty much, nothing really big has happened yet. And so now I see the Storm, and I feel pretty confident laning against the Storm. He has a lot of magic damage, and so I'm going to get an extra level of Spell Shield to help neutralize that. Um, and then I also see the Quap, but the Quap again also has a lot of magic damage. So definitely, I'm already thinking I'll get the second level in Spell Shield to help mitigate the damage harass. And I'm taking a lot of harass here, so I don't know if I did a bad job um, with the creep aggro. So Storm does a little creep aggro there, which I don't mind. I don't know if I could have gotten that last hit, but again, I'm pretty bad, so this is pretty overwhelming for me to be able to get perfect last hit. I didn't try to prep. I could have prepped that one that I just missed, so I think this one I get. And yeah, those the first range creep, I think Rubik messed it up for me, but the second one I could have gotten. Um, so I messed that one up, and so now I'm scared of taking harass is the main thing. So they're both ranged, and it's actually pretty similar to my last Jub game that I played, where I was up against 2 range heroes. So I think I need to be more proactive about using creep aggro to bring the creeps into safety range, so I can take them without harass. So I can CS without getting the harass as much. So, I still got the point in Mana Break, which I think is fine. Um, they don't have too much magic damage yet, so um, the spell shield isn't as important yet. So I think I did the right order. Again, 2 last hits I could have gotten that was just bad mechanics. And hopefully I get this range creep, please. Yeah, so I get the range creep. That was really easy last hit. And so, you know, I'm not using creep aggro. That's the first thing I noticed. You know, I was thinking about it, but that's again, it's something I need to practice. I need more experience with. I'm really right now. My mind's really occupied with like thinking about the range attacks of Co-op and Storm. So it's hard for me to. It's hard for me to remember to use creep aggro. But yeah, that's something I'm gonna practice. I'm definitely gonna practice using creep aggro more. Once I saw Quap take the tower damage, I thought I could have chased her. But what I should have done, let's see. I think the first blink was good to force her to blink. And actually, let me see how that trade works. I want to see how much mana her thing costs. So her thing costs 60 and mine costs 60. So actually, I mean, yeah, that's a fair trade, I think. I don't need mana as much as she does. I only need the mana for blink, basically, and she needs mana for all her spells. So I think for me to trade mana with her is a good trade. And then if we look at mine, I have less mana, but again, I only need it for the blink, so I'm not so worried about killing the mana. So yeah, I guess the question is, do I blink forward and force her to blink out, or do I stay and try to get the CS? So I think either way, I think I'm not missing the CS anyway. So oh well, now I miss it. But I think if I did miss it because I chased her. But I think if I just blink in, force her to blink, and then now worry about prep the range creep once, then I'll be able to get it. So instead I end up missing 2 CS and I take harass from the storm. So definitely I think the first blink is okay, you know, maybe not necessary, but it doesn't hurt me too much. And then you know, when I chased her, that's where I made the mistake. So that CS I easily could have, if I let the tower hit it one more time, I get it. This one I should definitely get. Nope, I don't get it because Co-op semi-denies me, so you know, again, I think I'm okay with that. Oh, easy kill right here with the Rubik, makes a really nice play with the stun. So far, I mean, the lane's going pretty well, and my farm is 9 in 330. So I'm looking at like, it's not. I mean, again, it's not good by any like normal like 2K and up standard to have 3 per minute, but if I for 1K, this is better, for example, than my last jug game where I was doing really bad. So, marginal improvements. I'm not gonna get 80 CS in one day. Just terrible last hitting. So I'm gonna try to talk less about that because it's just clear I need to work on my last hitting, and I have been last hitting in last hit challenge custom game. And again, this is better than my previous jug game. So again, as long as I'm getting better at it, hopefully, I don't know, maybe like by the end of the year I'll be really good. So again, CS. I think my camera placement, I don't know how I feel about it. If anyone has some thoughts on my camera placement here, I think this camera placement is just bad because I have way too much space up here that I'm not using. But I think before, kind of keep the camera on the wave, and then if we're kind of spread apart, it's kind of hard to keep both me and my enemy offlaners in the same screen. So there we go. I do a little bit of creep aggro there. I actually remember doing that on purpose, and I should have kept the aggro up to keep pulling it, but it's good that I'm trying. So I missed that last kid. I could have gotten it. That one I think I could have gotten, and then that one was a good one to get. So I don't know. I'm CSing like 50% tops. So what at 14 in 5 minutes? It's pretty bad now. Again, I'm like just almost like less than 3. I'm like barely less than 3 per minute. So again, I want to be closer to like 6 or 7 or ideally 8 per minute. Alright, more stuff going on. Rubik's doing a better job, I think, now of harassing. So this is basically the biggest mistake I made with the game. Let's just go back and see. Yeah, so I have the ward to see him, right? So this was just really bad. I didn't see him on the minimap, so that's, you know, that's the main thing. If I saw him on the minimap, then I know that I shouldn't be walking into 1v3. And so I think once I chase, it's a little bit too late. I also, even if Necro's not there, I don't have my Mana Void. So it's pretty much impossible to kill Quap, I think, there. Rubik wasn't with me, so, you know, I'm not going to have the Rubik lift and pull back into stun to help me. So looking back at that, even though, you know, I'm thinking of this more as like a 1v1 mid lane, which is clearly not a 1v1 mid lane. But you know, I'm thinking like, oh, I can like hit her a couple times and then force her to go back to base, right? That's what I was really thinking. I didn't really think I could kill her, but the reality is that in these kinds of, you know, 2v2 side lanes, she's got the Storm to help her, and then of course, obviously, there's like the Necro. So I think, you know, the biggest mistake I made was not seeing the Necro on the minimap, which I should have been able to see. And then even beyond that, even if Necro wasn't there, even if I see the Necro mid, just missing out on the CS for no reason, just to harass her a little bit when she has every possibility to, like, you know, get a salve or get some help from the Storm and then make the trade not worth it. Really bad trade. So here I went for boots instead of quelling again, and so I think that's just unlucky. I'll accept that one. I think for high level players who are really good at CSing, I think that, let me just pause a little bit because something's about to happen. So I think for high level players who are really good at CSing, the boots first is better, because it's not about, you know, I'm not worried about clearing the jungle quickly yet. That's not what that's not the part of the game that I'm up to yet. And with a high skill, you just use your skill to get the last hits. But I'm not one of those high skill players at all, and so the Quelling Blade is really going to help me boost my gameplay by getting more last hits, especially under towers. I've been doing a lot of lessening under tower because you know, Rubik and I have both been good about not pushing the wave. So given that, you know, someone suggested that to me in a Reddit thread. They said, hey, just buy a Quelling Blade there. So I think the Quelling instead of the boots would have been the right decision, due to my lack of skill in CSing especially. Although my understanding is that for, like, you know, 7 or 8k player, it's actually better to get the boots here, especially since I can afford it. So I see the Invoker going, and the Invoker's name, by the way, is like Aomine Daiki, so maybe it's EE Smurf. And you know, I see the Invoker going on it, but you know, the whole time I'm doing it, I'm thinking there's nowhere for us to go. We can't cut him off, so I don't really know. I think it's a bad gank by him. I start blocking because my understanding is that the Invoker with the creeps, with his summons, does more damage than I do. So I figure like it's better for me to block than to get less hits in. So I think that actually ends up being true, but I end up losing some CS, and those last two I just lost because I'm bad. So I actually yell at the Invoker. I should have been nicer about the way I said it, but I had to tell him like, hey, you're competing with me for last hits, and they're getting free shots on mid. So once I told him that, he immediately recognized, I think, that I was right, and so he went back to mid. That was just misclick. I did not mean to. I did not mean to pop those at all. I don't even know what I was trying to click, to be honest. I think I was just trying to hit W, and I somehow ended up pressing 5. So I don't know. So that was just a misclick. But you know, one of the things at 1k level is the supports, they don't know what pulling is. Like, they literally just don't know what it is. And if they do it, they're gonna do it wrong. They're gonna pull, like, they're gonna single pull when they don't mean to, and you know, they're just gonna miss the pulls. So if you have Quelling Blade as a carry, it's super easy to do it yourself. I think especially on the Dire side, it's easier to do. So, you know, I pull the large camp a lot, and I think you know, I don't do it excellently at all. I definitely miss a couple of the pulls, but you know, if I do a half pull and I deny 2 or 3 creeps to them, that's huge, and so then I end up getting a level advantage. Um, I didn't skill my ulti, so that was a mistake. That was not an intentional thing. I didn't skill my ulti because I'm using a guide build, and so the guide build, so when I skipped something, when I skipped a level of stats in order to get the second spell shield, it wants to catch up to that before trying to get the before getting the ulti. So that's just, you know, that's me messing up for sure. I definitely want the ulti at 6, especially against these high mana targets. It's my only nuke, and so this was crazy actually. You know, Sand King just comes in and kills them, so I think they're basically focused on me, and they just ignore the Sand King, and the Sand King kills the Quap. I want to chase there, but I have no vision, and I have no idea which way Storm's going, and Storm also has ulti, and I didn't check how much mana he had, so I didn't feel confident chasing. But Sand King did, so Sand King basically wins that lane for me, so I'm really appreciative. Thank you, Sand King. So he made a really nice gank, and then that basically won the lane for me. So at this point now, I feel really confident that I'm ahead. I get a little bit confused about my itemization, and I'm thinking that I need to get Perseverance, but in fact, I needed to finish my treads. So I got my treads a little bit late. I see the Quap here challenging my pull, and I don't think she should be able to get away with it. So I chase her around a little bit, and basically I'm waiting for her to blink out, but eventually she just retreats walking, and I can't really kill her. So I just say, okay, whatever, let me go back to the lane and CS. And then if she wants to mess around the jungle, I'm okay with that. I feel safe there because I actually think the second level and spell shield does a lot of work for me. You know, it's just an additional 8% magic resistance, but I think it actually counts for a lot. So, you know, with the extra spell shield and with the level advantage, I feel really confident. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I shouldn't be taking so many right clicks, but I also have the Ring of Health, so I'm just like, I just want the CS. I don't really care if he tries to right click me. Let me just go back a little bit. I definitely could have played this better. I'm looking at this. This is just wrong the way I played this. So here. So okay. So I think I know this is what I should have done. So let me find just a spot to pause. So here, the issue is if I run at him, then his creeps will hit me too, and then I definitely lose the trade. So I can't just run at him, so I'll eat 2 right clicks by the time I close the gap, and then once I actually start trading with him, and he's level 6, so he's not like terribly underfarmed. Anyway, once I start making the trade, his creeps will turn on me, and I'll start losing the trade pretty quickly. And I also see Quap is nearby, so Quap is going to help him too. So instead what I should do is, instead of sitting there in the lane and eating all those right clicks, I should just walk back to here, right click him to initiate the creep aggro, bring the creep wave back under my tower, and just let us hit there. And I think that way I probably would have gotten either the same amount of CS, if not even more, without taking so many crazy right clicks. I also have the Rubik would be able to cover me if they try to harass me if I'm close to the tower. So, you know, Rubik steps up and saves me, or he just kind of gives me cover so I can run away. And now I see the Sand King coming in. Sand King did a really good job ganking before, so I'm starting to think like, okay, I should be able to come in here. And I get this kill, I think. Pretty sure I get this kill. Okay. So Rubik got the kill, we get both kills. And yeah, I survive. So I feel pretty good about that. It's again, it was really sloppy as I was chasing them out. And again, the Sand King's really good here. Sand King plays really well, so it's really sloppy, but you know, I think I had the right idea. Just chase, chase, chase. He's got no mana left. Rubik got it with... How did Rubik get that kill? I think Rubik just got it with a nuke, and it didn't show up on my screen because I have potato graphics. So, you know, now I'm really low health, so I don't feel too safe going up there. And I'm waiting for... Oh, he gives me a salve, which is really nice. So Sand King, great job. I tipped him. I gave him I don't really believe in commends, or I just forget to commend people. But I did tip him in battle points for the battle pass, so thank you, Sand King. So I'm wishing I could get more CS, but like they're competing with CS for me, so that's really annoying. Excuse me. As you guys can see, like my CSing skills are really bad, so you know when I have to compete with a teammate, I can't just like outlast hit them. So just doing the pulls for myself, I drag the creeps over so that they don't drag my friendly creeps out of the pull. I do lose one out of the pull, but I'm okay with that. So we end up denying that one anyway. So now I come here. One thing is I should back off because this guy is gonna stomp. So that actually happened to me twice in this game. I missed the CS, which again, really embarrassing. But yeah, if you're CSing a pull with the centaur, go in and then quickly step out. So I've seen high level players do that. I just haven't incorporated that into my play yet. So I will definitely try to do that the next time I'm farming a pull camp with centaurs. I know snipers here obviously, and so you know, I'm trying to follow Sand King, and you know, he's just really good with the ganks, and he won the lane for me earlier with that double kill. So we come up here, really easy. We just go. Sand King follows up with a stun, or do I? Yeah, Sand King follows up with a stun, and then we just kill him. So sniper should be running away, and he does. He gets out of our range. You know, Sand King stun and Rubik stun are on cooldown that we use on the Necro, so you know we're okay with that. You know, you can't always get every kill if they run away really fast. I try to get another pull here, and again I miss 3 of them. But you know, if I deny one, that's just one free deny. So denies are good. I think probably the only way to get that pull then is to have the support block the enemy creeps so that they don't pull me out. They don't pull my creeps out of the pull. And yeah, but that, you know, again, it's definitely a good idea to pull and deny as much as I can. Although it's a little late, and so I wonder if maybe I should have been pushing more at this point. But I don't feel like my itemization is there yet, so here's another stomp that I don't get out of. So I feel like I should be really close to finishing my battle fury by now. So that's kind of like the ideal as I get better at Antimage that I'm aiming for. But since I don't have that kind of farm, I don't feel comfortable pushing yet. So I think I catch... So that's an unnecessary blink, which actually hurts me a lot. That's an unnecessary blink, which actually hurts me a lot. Because if I still had that blink, I could do more damage now. And so... I'm actually just trying to get as much damage as I can on him, because I was trying to encourage him to get back to base. And I also see Sand King's there to help me. So I think, however, I don't know if my ulti mattered, but I think if my ulti made the difference between Sand King being able to kill him or not, it definitely would have. It probably didn't make a difference, but you know, I just scared him enough to back off. Then he should have ran back to base, which would have left me free to CS. But he doesn't want to let me CS for free, and that's his fatal mistake. So I'm a little low on health here, under 50% health, but I have the blink and I have the TP, so I feel pretty good about that, about being there. I farmed this really quickly, which I think is a mistake because I think I lost the CS because of that. So I could have gotten that CS in the lane and then come back here, would have been just the same, and I probably would have taken less damage, or I would have had more time to regen before taking this out. So I would have been coming out of that with like close to 400 HP instead. So I should have taken that lane CS first. And now the CSing becomes a lot easier because I do a lot more damage. And I'm also getting uncontested lane because Storm and Quap are both scared to be here. So just by the way, with the Centaur Stomp, that only happens when there's more than one unit. So just you by yourself isn't an issue, but if it's you like and you're pulling, then it'll become an issue. This is a mistake. I should be getting the CS in the lane. The only issue is that Sniper still does decent damage. So I don't want to be in the lane passive. I don't want to be in the lane right now with that low health. So maybe getting the small camp was fine. And I was hoping for Invoker to finish his teleport. So that we could gank Sniper, but that's not the way it worked out. So I'm trying to see if what Sniper's doing. I was hoping if Sniper would stay there, obviously, which happens at 1k, but he didn't. He runs away, and so I'm just like, okay, let me take the CS. And again, I'm okay with tanking these because I have the ring of health, and I'm just really focused on finishing that Battle Fury. I am very close to the Battle Fury, so and like I don't know what Necro's doing. Man, I really have no idea. They don't even kill my Rubik, but I have no support from the team here, and I wasn't able to solo him. So I thought I was stronger than what I was, basically. I totally misjudged this. So I remember this happening. So I run away. He doesn't understand what his spell does, so I don't know what he's thinking. But yeah, between the two of them, they have a lot of damage, and I'm actually in a lot of trouble. And also, what I didn't realize was that the bounty is there. So the bounty is there to track me, and I didn't really pick up on that until I'm already down to like 100 health or whatever it is. So I think here I get tracked. Yeah, so there when I get tracked, I need to run away. So I guess I do. I was just really focused on getting that Necro kill, and it just didn't work out that way. So Bounty's not fast enough to get me. Invoker's there, makes a good TP to kind of slow them down, and so I think about coming back in. And because I have the spell resistance, I don't think I have to worry about the Shuriken killing me in one shot. And Bounty was so low that he can't afford to show without getting an immediate kill. So I just start farming, and Bounty should know I'm here. And I don't know what he's thinking, but he's thinking he can Shuriken me. So now he can definitely Shuriken me. So I tread switch to health. To strength, and I think that actually is the difference between me living and dying, because +9 strength means 180 health. So that tread switch was the difference between me living and dying, because I'm down to like less than 90 health. So little BM there, see if I can get them to fight with each other. The bounty came awfully close to killing me, and instead he feeds. And he runs into an easy feed for the team. I thought about selling my shield here to finish the Battle Fury, but then I'm still 30 short, and I make the questionable decision here to farm the jungle, because now I'm really far away from the side shop, and so I'm worried that Invoker is going to farm that. Invoker is not, like, we're not communicating enough for Invoker to go mid. So if Invoker went mid, that would have been excellent. And then I have the side shot for the Battle Fury, but instead I think I'm forced to farm mid, and now the Battle Fury is away. So I see the courier is really far away anyway, so there's not much I can do besides wait. The Quap can blink out really fast, so I'm not really interested in blinking up on her, and at this point I'm thinking just farm. I waste time there because the invoker's saying go mid, pushing the mid tower, and you know, I mean, obviously I should have ignored him, but I am able to steal the kill there on Bounty Hunter, so that was really nice. And finally I get my Battle Fury at, oh my god, 20-minute Battle Fury is so bad. So like right around 2010 I get my Battle Fury. And again, that could have been earlier if I was at the side shop. That could have been like honestly like a minute earlier. So I probably should have done it. I probably should have stayed there even if the Invoker was there, because I would have gotten enough for it and I would have been able to buy it, the Battle Fury. So those are illusions from the illusion rune, so I'm using them to push. And again, I give up too many CS, I'm pretty sure, in order to farm this camp. Because it's good to farm those camps if you only lose like 1 CS, but I think once you lose 2 or 3, it's not worth it anymore. So I believe I lost 3 CS there, and it's not worth it to lose 3 CS to farm that. So, you know, Bounty Hunter thinks he kills me, so that's hilarious. And so I just come here, I just farm this really quick. I'm not really missing CS anymore, which is great, you know. And so once I get into this mode where I'm not missing CS anymore, so I don't mind trading with him. I'm not scared of him. And then okay, yeah, so that was a messed up blink, but yeah, I don't really care about that. I lose 2 CS there, which is really unnecessary because I'm not able to focus well enough on it, so I gotta work on that, just getting those CS. So yeah, easily you guys can see how I'm at 114 at 20 minutes. I easily could have been like, you know, 150. You know, like 150 without even like stressing it. So lots of miss CS in this game, which is a pattern for me that I definitely want to work on. So the thing is that I quickly farm. I had the 20-minute Battle Fury, but actually I had plenty of gold left over, so I very quickly transitioned into my Yasa, stack the camps here. I'm not interested in fighting with my team at all. I know that Invoker's strong, and I know we have the lead, so I'm confident that they can hold them off. With a hero like Antimage, at least the way I see it, it's like as long as we're not giving up racks by like 30 minutes, then I'm gonna end the game at like 30 minutes. So, you know, I know Invoker's very strong. I know Sanking's a very good player. So I know that they're winning. They're ahead of the enemies. So I know they're gonna be okay. They're not gonna be, you know, they're not gonna be getting team wipes. So that leaves me free to just farm, and then just get, you know, Manta. And so the reason I'm sighing is because obviously I skipped Vlad's, and I was really confident in my decision to skip Vlad's when I made it. But later I actually found that I ended up needing it to go high ground anyway. So, you know, I don't know, maybe Yasha and then Vlad's. Also, they have the silence with Quap. And then also, Storm is a very natural Orchid carrier, so I really wanted to get the Manta before Storm got his Orchid. And also Quap already just has a silence, which is really annoying. So, you know, I don't mind trading a couple of clicks there just to scare Necro away. Probably unnecessary though, because he has insane regen, you know, with his passive. So, you know, I do click him a couple of times, but that was probably unnecessary. I probably just should have backed right away, because I didn't have help to kill him, and he has the TP reinforcements very close by. So going back, I probably just wouldn't have traded those 2 right clicks with him, just because it was just a waste of time more than anything else. I picked that up, and now I'm really focused on trying to get my Manta as soon as I can. Basically, as long as they don't silence me, or as long as I can purge the silence, I'm unkillable. And also the Manta just adds a ton of killing potential to me. So, I don't know why my team's fighting that. Like, I don't know why my team's fighting that. So, I don't even look. I guess that's the main thing. The main thing is I don't even look at it. But I just figured going top and pushing and farming all these waves is so good for me that it just can't be a good idea. You know, unless I'm like unless I'm like almost guaranteed a triple kill, it's like not worth it for me to be in that fight. And so Invoker pinged me a little bit, but I think he understands. I think he understands that, you know, that was a really bad fight to take. No reason to fight in their jungle. You know, we don't know how many of them they have. We saw a couple mid, but you know, our team was spread out. So our Weaver's pretty bad, unfortunately. Um, and so, oh man, this was really unfortunate because I really could have killed the storm there. I know I could have killed the storm, but my mechanical skills were really bad. I couldn't click right, and I couldn't even queue up R. I couldn't even press R to bring up the Mana Void cursor. So, what I should have done. Let's go back a little bit. Let's just make sure I know what I should have done. It's just really, I really easily could have killed it, Storm there. So let's see. Blink in Manta, target, and see my illusions aren't even, nothing's targeting him, so I don't even click right. So I just need to pop the Manta, all my illusions target him. He doesn't have mana to blink very far, and then worst case he doesn't have mana to you know, zoom very far. And then worst case scenario, I use my Mana Void really for the stun. I use my Mana Void for the stun time just so I can get the last couple of right clicks in. And then when he's got no mana, he can't run away. His Storm Spirit has notoriously slow movement speed, and I also have the Yasha, or the Manta, giving me plus 10% movement speed, so I definitely would have been able to kill her. And then once I kill him, I can get out with the silence. I can get out with the blink, and nobody can stop me. So, you know, Storm was kind of like DCing a lot this whole game, and so obviously that's going to hurt his farm a lot if he can't be on the map. So this is actually a much better fight to take for us. And then I blink into the back lines. I get the sniper, finish off the Quap, and then unfortunately I cannot save my Invoker, but you know, easy kill on the Necro. Probably Mana Voided a little bit too early on the Necro, just to make it clean. No, that's fine. We were chasing, so you know, the mini stun on the Mana Void I think is fine to just let us catch up and finish it off. And you know, I don't even know how we killed the bounty hunter, but the bounty hunter just pops up like right in front of us with no health. So I think I'm gonna end this one here because honestly the game is over. And you know what? I think I'm happy with my decision not to get Vlad's. And I end up buying Abyssal. I should have just gotten that Vlad's right now, I think. Just to help with the team fight. So yeah, I do end up needing Vlad's to push high ground. And the Abyssal helps a lot. Storm gets the Lincolns. But again, like Abyssal to break the Lincolns or to freeze somebody else in place while I hit them with my illusions is super natural. And yeah, I mean, from here on out the game's easy. The game ends in like 35 minutes. So I'm gonna end it here. Let me know what you guys think. You know, I would say main takeaways that I'm aware of are, you know, better CSing and CSing skills, using creep aggro, and mechanical skills. I think that just comes, I just need to practice that because I don't, maybe playing Overthrow, I could practice my mechanical skills, like my fighting skills, which definitely need improvement. And I guess itemization was fine. Except I end up buying, I know I end up buying the Abyssal items totally out of order, but I just really didn't care anymore because I knew the game was over, and I was just like, I was just clicking really quickly. So the quality of the game is very low here. And I'm sorry, there was one more takeaway I wanted. Oh, I think it's just, yeah, just use my screen more aggressively. So what I mean by that is just clicking on any enemy items, checking mana levels, and then also looking at team fights and thinking about whether I want to port there or not. Because if I don't look at the fight, then it's, I'm really just guessing whether I want to fourth there or not, and I could be missing a lot of opportunities. Alright, you guys, with that, this is Rito Fox Fix signing out.